911, what's the emergency?
Hi, it's our neighbors. I think something's wrong. Can you send someone over, please?
What's going on?
Me and my mom are outside right now. Their car is here, but nobody's answering the door.
Dee?
Is that why you're worried, ma'am? No one's answering the door?
Gypsy, Dee Dee, you guys okay?
Well, no, this morning I looked at their Facebook, and on their page,
Dee Dee!
there was some real scary posts on it. And I'm just really worried about them.
Okay,
I just need somebody.
Ma'am, what did the Facebook post say?
It said that bitch is dead,
Dee Dee!
and then,
Dee Dee!
I fucking slashed that pig and raped her sweet innocent daughter. Her scream was so fucking loud. LOL.
Okay, we're gonna send someone over right away.
The woman who orchestrated her own mother's murder in order to escape a life of abuse.
In a twist that even has law enforcement shocked. A woman and her alleged boyfriend are behind bars in Wisconsin for the death of the girl's mother. We have team coverage on this story that continues to develop even tonight.
Sure, the story behind a couple arrested in Big Bend, this week after authorities say they murdered a woman in Missouri. The story is growing increasingly bizarre.
It turns out Gypsy Blanchard and her mother were in the news before.
Gypsy Rose and Dee Dee Blanchard. A 23-year-old girl murders her mother in mid-2015. Maybe Gypsy always followed Dee Dee until she was free from her prison. And it all started 7 years before the 9th of June, Dee Dee's death date.
How does it feel to be in this house?
I remember my mom had gave me this little glass house, and she said, one day this will be real. And now it finally is.
Gypsy considered herself a Munchausen syndrome by proxy victim, a mental health problem that her mother was diagnosed by, in which a caregiver makes up or causes an illness or injury in a person under his or her care, such as a child, an elderly adult, or a person who has a disability, and it is considered a form of child or elder abuse.
When I first found out, I was so angry and hurt. And it's like, I trusted her so much to do everything that she told me to do, be her good little girl like she wanted me to be. And every time I'd mess up, I'd always say, next time I'll do better, next time I'll do better. Don't get angry with me. Was I good?
You were perfect.
Gypsy was clever, and she used to steal money from her mother in order to buy a laptop and reach the outside world behind Dee Dee. She was finally breaking rules after a long time of believing and understanding how many facts was actually a lie. One of the lies was her age, which made her run away. Dee Dee knew where she was and brought her back home, but this wasn't the last time for her to run away from home.
Pretty soon, I found a couple of bits of paper in my mom's safe, things that stated that I was born in 1991, made me question my real age. I asked her about it. She said that it was a typo. I had taken those papers and the Medicaid card that I found with my actual real birthday on it, and I ran away from home. I didn't get very far because she found me pretty quickly and took me back home. Boy, was I in a lot of trouble.
What happened when you got home?
She smashed my laptop.
How did she smash it?
It was a hammer. And then she put a bell on the door, so if I tried to run away again, she could hear it. And she had taken handcuffs and a dog leash, tied it together, and tied me to the bed.
So how long were you tied to the bed?
About 2 weeks.
Gypsy at the time knew a boy named Nick Godjohn. They developed a relationship, met once in the cinema, and after all the abuse, she told him to come and kill her mother.
He took his bus, Greyhound bus, from Wisconsin to Missouri. He stayed at the local hotel. I texted him when my mother went to sleep. I let him in the door. There were gloves waiting for him, plastic gloves, by the door.
You put them there?
I put them there.
After killing Dee Dee in the same day, they went for one night in the hotel room. Then they went to Nick's house at the next day. They stayed for days. They didn't know where Gypsy was. But after days of investigating, they found the location and they were finally between the police hands.